Go ahead, we're going to start with the light bar, I guess, and it came with the screws that you need. There are 4 of them, which is good because we have 4 slots, and they go here, 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 and here. So actually there's 5 of them. I think I said 4. First time I've picked this thing up, a little bit of weight to it, not horrible. I am going to go ahead and remove the covering because I don't know if once I have it on the bar if I'd be able to get all the covering off. So because there are 5 slots, that makes it really easy. It matches right up with the way the grill was designed, so you set it in place just like so. And then, I'm not sure, well I am sure, these are not threaded holes. So we're gonna kind of start them in there, each one. Going in there pretty well, I think. Wrong screwdriver though. Let's try this one. Okay, that seems pretty good. We'll let that go until, I think we'll go to this one. Until we get everything lined up the way it's supposed to be, I think. Right, once you get the screws in, because obviously everything is plastic, and if you muscle it, which I have a habit of doing myself, you're going to have a problem, and we don't want a problem. It's going pretty well. Everything fits good, and so far this grill, except for that little prong, this one was bent a little bit. I did heat it up with a hairdryer and kind of bent it back the way that it's supposed to go to match the other ones, so I think I'm okay there, I hope. Okay, we have 1 left. I haven't broken anything yet. And by the way, if you do have the camera, it's going to mount right here, and you just want to knock out or drill out whatever this little center piece right here. I don't have a camera, so for me, this setup works really well. Okay, I'm just going to hand tighten these down to where I really feel it start to resist, because I don't want to break the plastic. You can already hear some grinding and creaking. Don't think I've gone too far on anything yet. And of course, we'll make sure that the light bar is secure. Yeah, you really don't want to get on these too much. I have a tendency to tighten until I can tighten no more, and I don't want to do that. So let's see what it looks like from the front. There you go. Make sure everything looks copacetic. It looks good to me. Everything looks like it's in the right spot, so that's a good thing. Now we need to go ahead and grab the letters, so let's do that. They've been protected in here, kind of curing, if you will. So again, I think they're okay. They've sat for 4 days now. Typically I'll go a week, but I'm not so patient. So today we did not go the week. Let's see if you can see. This is what they look like. Oh, and interestingly, when I took the A off to check it, the paint that I put on kind of broke off. So you can see here, I think, the thickness of the paint. This is what I put on, and it just came off of this, I don't know, little release backing that I had. So I thought that was kind of interesting. This shows you how thick the paint is that was put on. Now, let's grab a chair, because I think I'll probably sit down for this one. Now, this is the bracket that came with, and it came with a bunch of screws, and it came with different screws. So I'm not exactly sure why it came with different screws. We have each one of the letters, of course, that are going to screw in from the back. And let's see. And I'm thinking it's got to be these silver ones, and maybe these are just extras. I really don't know. There are 4 black screws, and there are 4 brackets on here, or 4 areas to screw down. So I'm thinking what they did is they gave us extra silver for the letters themselves, and then the 2 black ones to go ahead and mount to the grill itself. So that's what we're going with. See if we got the right screwdriver here. I think so. All right, so let's see. We're going to start. Where are we going to start? Might as well start with the T, and I'm going to try to do this pretty gingerly because, again, yeah, I'm not absolutely sure how cured the letters are. Hopefully well enough, because it looks like I'm going to have to handle them quite a bit. Is this thing still magnetized? Close enough. So we'll go ahead and start with the first one here, and this is going to get a little time consuming probably, so I'm not going to keep you guys on here through the whole thing, but you get the idea. The screws, once I get them in there, go through the holes and then screw into the back of the letters that you can see right here. So let me go ahead, get this all done, and then we'll come back on and mount this to the grill itself. Okay, I've got the light bar in, I've got all the letters on, you guys can see what it looks like. By the way, before we kick in, let's just check real quick. I don't know, I think that's a pretty good match to the truck. I mean, I know it's not perfect, and of course it's not the same finish, and the truck is dirty. Ew, what the heck? Yuck, I'm gonna have to spray that off. But anyway, you get the idea. I think it's gonna be a pretty darn close match to the truck. So not bad for a Lowe's find. Now to put this on, and I'll be honest, I did have to look to make sure I get it the right way, because you could put it the wrong way, upside down. I suppose that might be a way to boycott Tacoma pricing, I don't know. But anyway, gently, just want to set it down in there and line up the holes, and actually once it's in there, it's pretty much in there. That's about it. And you got 4 screws to put in, just like we did the letters, and that should be it. Make sure I get it all the way seated. It does, yeah, it kind of pushes down in there. I almost missed that point or part. So it is recessed into the fixture that you're putting it into, so make sure that you get it down. You don't have to push too hard. I'm pushing harder than I imagine I have to. But that's it. We're just going to screw it in. I'll come back on. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, those do snug in there pretty darn firm, which is good. I like that. Let's see what it looks like. I think it's going to be awesome on the front of that truck. Check that out. This is what it's going to look like. I think it's pretty darn slick myself, particularly the painted letters, you know. That's what it's going to look like on the front of the truck. I think it's going to be pretty darn sharp. Of course, the difficult part is yet to come. That's removing the whole front end of the truck and trying to put it on. So wish me luck there. You guys will be with me, so I'll show you how it goes when I do the install, which will be probably a couple of days from when I've done this. But the letters, everything came out really, really nice. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'd be curious, and stay tuned for the install.